What is food waste and food loss? Food loss refers to unused product from the agricultural sector such as unharvested crops. Food loss represents the amount of food post-harvest that is available for human consumption but is not consumed for any reason. It includes cooking loss and natural shrinkage, for example, moisture loss, loss from molds, pests, or inadequate climate control, and food waste. Food waste refers to food such as plate waste, food that has been served but not eaten, spoiled food or peels and greens considered inedible that is sent to feed animals, to be composted or anaerobically digested, or to be landfilled or combusted with energy recovery. Food waste is a component of food loss and occurs when an edible item goes unconsumed, as in food discarded by retailers due to color or appearance, and plate waste by consumers. What is environment? Environment is everything that is around us. Environment may be described as a totality of living and non-living components and their effects on human life. Non-living or abiotic components include water, land, sunshine, rocks, and air, where areas all live. Abiotic elements include animals, plants, forests, fisheries, and birds. It is nature's gift that helps in nourishing life on Earth. How does food waste and food loss occurs?
Food waste occurs along the entire spectrum of production, from the farm to distribution to retailers to the consumer. Reasons include losses from mold, pests, or inadequate climate control, losses from cooking, and intentional food waste. Wasted food has far-reaching effects, both nationally and globally. Up to 40% of all food produced goes uneaten, and about 95% of discarded food end up in landfills. It is the largest component of municipal solid waste. Over 38 million tons of food waste were created in 2014, with just 5% diverted from landfills and incinerators for composting. Methane, a powerful greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming, is produced when food waste decomposes. 1/3 of all food produced is thrown away uneaten, putting an additional strain on the environment. It is predicted that by decreasing food waste by 15%, more than 25 million Americans might be fed each year.
Causes of food waste. Consumer food waste. There are a number of factors that can contribute to the food loss and waste at the customer level. Improper storage. Food not being used before it goes bad. Food spoilage occurs due to a lack of visibility and refrigerators, particularly those ingredients and misjudged food needs. Like in raw meat, fresh chicken, pag di siya nalagay sa fridge, pwede siyang mabulok. Over-preparing. Cooking or serving too much food. Cooking portion have increased over time and a large meal often included more food that can be finished. In addition, people often forget to eat leftovers and eat up throwing them away. Large portion. Commonly observed at the restaurant, increased portion size largely contribute to waste. Restaurant meals are often left uneaten and edible leftovers are often left at the restaurant. All-you-can-eat buffet and particularly wasteful as extra food can legally be reused underneath view of the health code restriction. The common practice of keeping buffet fully stocked during the business hours, rather than allowing item to run out or near closing and create waste. Overbuying. Sales on unusual products are like promotion that encourage impulse and bulk goods franchise. And retail stores often lead consumer to franchise items that don't fit their regular meals plan and spoiled before they can be used. Poor planning. Without made plans and shopping lists, consumers often to make inaccurate estimates of how many ingredients they will use during the week. Unplanned restaurant meals or food delivery can also lead to food at home going bad before it can be used. Poor planning can cause overbuying and start food waste or food loss. Lack of reason. Confusion about whether a product is suitable or pleasing and how best to present it to maintain its quality and storage life can lead to the spoilage. Like for my first example, in meat, when we not put it in the fridge, it may become rotten.
Different impact of food waste in the environment. When food is lost or wasted, all the resources that were used to produce this food, including water, land, energy, labor, and capital, go to waste. Impact on water. The water that was used to hydrate the soil, to grow the plants, fruits, and vegetables, will also be wasted if we let our food go to waste. Impact on land. The land used to cultivate the plant will also be wasted because instead of being able to use it for other important things, it was used to cultivate the plant that was left to be wasted. Impact on energy. The energy invested to support the food's growth will be wasted because it could have been used to supply nutrients for other foods and resources. Impact on labor and capital. The labor and capital used to grow and produce the food can also be used for many other things in our environment, but they were spent to cultivate various food types so that we could consume the nutrients they contained. Reducing food waste. Only cook food that you are able to eat. Give the leftovers to beggars instead of keeping it at home thinking you will be able to eat it later. Or store the foods properly and do not leave it exposed on dirt, germs, and bacteria. Putting wasted food into good use. Using it as fertilizer, creating more new recipe, use it to dispel odor around the house. Benefits of less food waste. Cost savings on labor through more efficient handling, preparation, and storage of food that will be used. Cost savings when purchasing only as much as food as needed and avoiding additional costs of disposal. Reduce methane emissions from landfills and a lower carbon footprint. Better management of energy and resources, preventing pollution involved in the growing, manufacturing, transporting, and selling of food. Community benefits by providing donated, untouched, and safe food that would otherwise be thrown out.
The following is the suggestion and recommendation to reduce food waste. The first one is stop overbuying. Only buy what you need because this might also be the cause of food waste. Secondly, we have stop cooking many dishes. Do not cook if not necessary and only cook the food you will eat because this might also be the cause of food waste. Lastly, recook your leftovers. You can recook your leftovers to do other dishes by using leftover food. In this slide, I'm going to give you things you can do to food waste to help the environment. First, we have composting. Composting is a natural process of decomposition and recycling of organic materials into a humus-rich soil, a amendment known as compost. Second and lastly, we have convert food scrap into biogas. Biogas made from organic materials including food and agricultural waste and animals or human manure is a renewable, sustainable, affordable, and inclusive energy alternative becoming increasingly available to households, farm, municipalities, and nations.